What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I got an amazing deck profile for you guys. This is be Purple Luffy straight out of the new set 5 for One Piece, Awakening of the New Era. So let's get into it. All right, you guys, so before we get into it, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. It's very important to keep the channel going, and I want to keep giving you guys that good content. So let's get into the deck profile. So before we begin, the deck is max rarity, so keep that in mind. Max rarity. I am a fiend. I love my stuff max rarity, and I hope you guys too like it too. So took us a lot of packs to pull this bad boy. This is the Luffy purple alt art. Super beautiful card. Took us a while. I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of like, you know, I was scared that we we're gonna get it for the deck profile, but we did it. Michael, the editor, is a witness, correct?
Yeah,
He's a witness.
A couple cases.
So glad we got it, you guys. That is obviously the focal point of the deck. This leader right now is one of the best leaders for a simple reason. It ramps you down, right? Yes, you got to take your life, which is obviously not the best thing in the world because it does hurt you, especially in a metagame where like people are swinging a lot at your life and you need those life points. But it rewards you with that extra Dawn, and it lets you mitigate bigger cards that you couldn't do in other decks that don't let you mitigate that Dawn. So, of course, study the leader, get used to it. You're going to be seeing a lot in the meta. So put that aside. We have the 4 Rush Kaido Wanted. Great card. The focal point of the deck in terms of like summoning monsters, you want to get to this guy. We all know what he does by now. It's -5 Dawn. Summon him, rush, pop a card that's 6 or less. So really sets the tempo for the deck when you get to the turn that you can actually summon it. And this Luffy really helps you get to that 9 Dawn. So you kind of sometimes want to drop it on the if you play Burst Breath, which I'll show you right here. You kind of, when you drop him on on 10, and then you have that 1 open Dawn, or if you have this guy, which I'll get to in a second, he ramps Dawn, it just makes your opponent, it makes it harder for your opponent to run him over or kill you when you have a card like this. So we'll get into that in a second. But yes, if you have 9, just plop him out there and swing him and pop something. So Magellan, really good card. It's a 5/6, but the best part of the card, no combo power, but the best part of the card is that if you -1 Dawn, your opponent has to -1 Dawn as well on play. So opponent's turn, when this card is KO'd by your opponent's card, it says put 2 Dawn from their Dawn deck back to their Dawn extra deck. So really good card in creating like tempo swings. It's not a resource card, but it is a tempo swing. So it can create your opponent, put your opponent in weird situations where they can't drop anything that they would be able to drop if you didn't summon the Magellan. Poly in Japan, this is kind of staple right now. It's really good against killing blockers. That's its main function. And in the mirror match, kill the 4/6s. So really good card. Then we have the 4 Useless Captain Kid. Really good card as well. Beautiful card, beautiful alt art. This card lets you ramp Dawn when you use Dawn. So when Dawn goes back to extra deck, once per turn, it goes back as active. And it's a blocker, so works really well in synergy with the very powerful boss monster, the Useless Captain Kid. So we play 4 of this. You need to see multiples of this, usually in the metagame, to have a chance. So keep that in mind, you guys. You want to have 2 kids on board, and then 8 is a very hard number to get over. So, and it pumps your leader, which lets you survive multiple turns. So great card. And then another great card out of the ultimate deck is the Law. Lawless helps. It puts fear in your opponent. You got to play it. It is matchup dependent, but it does put the fear in your opponent. And it's the worst case, it's a blocker and a 1K counter. So you got to play 4 of that card. Unfortunately, it's bad sometimes, but you just got to do it. Then our 2K Little City alt art. Beautiful card. This play, it doesn't matter. It's just a 2K. It's just because it's an alt art. Is why I play. But I noticed I played a lot of games, and you're never summoning a 2K. In this deck, you just cannot afford to summon 2Ks. You need the counter. You will lose if you don't have counterpart in your hand. So, for Uta, blocker, this is really good in the meta. Why? Sakazuki plays a lot of cards that when you block on the Sakazuki, it will rest their blockers, which is very essential if you want to try to kill them. So, essential card against Sakazuki. And then essential card in the mirror match as well. So essential blocker right now. You don't have to play it. You can just play other 4/6s, but I think it's better than a 4/6 in my opinion. So, and then this is a 2K counter. It's just foil. It doesn't matter what 2Ks you play other than the ulti. This is the only 2K that's kind of mandatory because then it lets you summon your page once. So it's the only 4/6 I play. I don't like 4/6s because what happens is like most of the time they don't really do much. So you could drop him early on, but you're gonna lose a card, and you like, I'm not a big fan. I'd rather go to 5 and then hit a Magellan or hit something else than hit a page 1. So, I'm going for Magellan. I'm going for Queen because they actually switch up the tempo of the game. If you do a 4-6, you're not really switching the tempo. So you technically on your 5 Dawn, you have 12 cards. So on your 5 Dawn, you have these 12. So you essentially want to go first because you want to hit 5 Dawn. If you go second, you're gonna hit. My diva. You want to go second because when you go first, you're gonna hit. It's correct. So it really, like I said, it is all matchup oriented. It is all actually matchup oriented. You always should be able to go 5, but yes, when you do go 4, it's cute to do a page 1 on the 4 Dawn, but it doesn't always pay out the way you want it to go. So, because most decks right now, like Sakazuki, handle the 4-6s very easily. So, me personally, I like the 5s more, the 5 drops in the deck. They're better at giving you resources. And then for the defensive side, very simple. You can play how you want. In Japan, they play like 2 to 3 Blast Breath, but I only play 1. So that's up to you guys as players on what you like to do. And then I like the 2 Gum Gums. You can play 1. It's weird in a meta where like everyone's like kind of 1-for-1ing. You don't want to really go -1 on a spell card. So it's good. It's good against certain matchups, but then it's bad against other matchups where you need the 1K. Because how this deck plays is they're gonna hit you for 5,000 a lot, and then if you don't have 1 case to counter out that, then you can't take your life and up your Dawn and then play a certain tempo. So the whole point is to up your Dawn, so take a life, don't take life, and then it lets you facilitate bigger cards that other decks couldn't do. But you're always kind of losing cards in that process. So this is kind of not really the best card, but in certain matchups you have to play because you tap out and then you have no defense. So from my testing, and I really like the deck, it just it needs Gum Gum in some situations, not all, but you kind of need them in some situations where you would tap out. But yeah, I've been playing the deck for a while. I'm playing it on the sim. I've been testing out with friends and stuff. So really like the deck. I still think Sakazuki kind of needs to be balanced. Definitely has a little bit of an advantage because of the Rebecca and the Mancheri. They kind of generate a lot of resources. So I think those cards are the issues with the meta. But this deck's pretty good if you want to go into that matchup. And also Anel, it's really good because the Magellan stops them from hitting those monsters that they would be hitting in other matchups. So love the deck. Good deck, definitely tier 1. Definitely is a little bit of power creep, nothing too crazy, like set 6 kind of power creep stuff, but definitely really good deck, and I think you guys should look into it and play it. So any comments or questions you guys have, please comment down below, and I'll be bringing you guys more deck profiles, and I appreciate you guys that like and comment, and make sure you subscribe. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.